And I've been reading out of this book here, Dalai Lama 365 Daily Advice from the Heart. And today is September 23rd. Let's check. Yep, September 23rd. And it's day 266. And this is where I read from a daily reflections book. And then I speak about my thoughts on it. Hi, Donna. Good to see you here. So this reading says, let's see what it says. You're seeing it live and in person with me. Reflect on the way your suffering came about. Those who harm others are slaves to the three mental poisons of ignorance, hatred, and desire, and cannot control their minds. Each one of us has these three poisons in us. They would only have to dominate us a little more, and we too might commit extreme actions. Conversely, it is conceivable that a criminal could one day learn to control his or her negative emotions and become a kind person. One can never pass final judgment on anyone. Wow, that's a big one. And this is no joke, right? Being human isn't a joke. The human condition can be very difficult for a lot of people. And I think right now it is very difficult for all of us. And I also think that we get to heal and we get to come together and be in a place where we're not fighting these things, the ignorance, the hatred, the desire, where we can learn acceptance of what is and then decide how we want to proceed. Because we could certainly all find something to be frustrated about. And being frustrated is also okay, right? It's a part of life. We can be frustrated. However, we we do not have to take extreme actions, as he says. It states they would only have to dominate us a little more, and we too might commit extreme actions. And to me, no one is perfect. And I did a little live about you spot it, you got it, right? And I think that passing judgment is a lot like that. And when I find myself in judgment or self righteous anger or whatever the case is, I get to right size myself and remind myself that I have made mistakes, that I will continue to make mistakes, that everyone makes mistakes, that we all get emotional. And it's not my job to judge other people. And when I let go of that, there's a saying in my program, my recovery program, that I've heard, and it really gave me a whole bunch of freedom. And that saying is, it's none of my business what anybody else is doing or thinking. It's not my business, right? So when I use that in my life, I don't get to judge. I don't get to gossip. I don't get to do any of that stuff. And I'll tell you, it is one of the most freeing exercises that you can do, is to really and truly let go of what others are doing, because it's none of my business. It's none of my business. Why? I don't know about you, but sometimes I have a tendency to go to this place where I'm figuring out why they're doing it. I always have that question. I'm like a 2-year-old. But why did they say that? Why did they do that? Why is this happening? Why? And it's not mine to decide why, because I will create something, and I usually do create something that's much more extravagant. My imagination is a gift and a curse. So if you can relate to that, if you can understand that, if you know that this happens to you and you're sometimes are in a place where you find yourself passing judgment, take a step back and remind yourself that everyone is trying to figure this out. This is new territory for us all. And I know I say this a lot, but it's so true. It continues to be. And when I'm judging other people and when I'm in that mess and that uncomfortableness and it's very negative and very frustrated, I am simply just ruining my own joy. And the people that are with me, I'm ruining their joy. We all have stuff. And there are certain people that I get to share my stuff with and that I get to get it out, because I do think there is power in getting out your feelings. I do. There are people that have earned that I get to do that with. However, I don't just get to be a jackass because I don't like what other people are doing. I just don't. That is not, oh, for me, that is not, I've learned that is not an effective way to behave, live, or communicate. So that's what I have. Put something in the messages. Let me know you're here. Reply. If you're interested in a 30-minute coaching call, if you'd like, you can ask me anything, virtual coffee date, ask Vikki anything about any kind of coaching and find out if I'm a good coach for you, if that's something that you're looking for. Otherwise, keep coming back. I will be here as much as I can to read you this daily advice from the Dalai Lama. It's never disappointing. Thank you so much. Be well.